Now, hello, recording.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. All right, let's move ahead because intros make me nervous. Last time the team made a terrible deal with a terrible person, and have found themselves deep within the ranges of the kingdom of the air and darkness. Have just made their way across a desert plain, well, sort of Badlands, a high altitude desert, tundra-y sort of thing. And have almost made it towards the swamp, where Varys's painful eye knowledge is pointing them towards the Darkened Blade, which was part of the deal that they made.
I didn't know that was part of the deal.
No, it was unfortunately just how it went down. But yeah, that's basically where it's at. If you want the minutiae of what happened, you can go and watch the last episode. There you go. Deal with it. So here we are. I think you guys just slept. Yes. There was just a little bit of sleeping. There was some conversation in the night about some stuff, some important stuff that some people heard and some people didn't. Yeah, you've all awoken now. It is still sort of generally overcast where you guys are. It's not like pitch black like it was like right underneath the castle or anything. But of course the swamp and where you guys are heading does look like it is a bit more. It is darkening up again in the direction that you're heading. No like rain or anything looks to be in the future, but you never know with the Feywild. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the plan, everybody?
The last thing that Jin did as we were getting ready to go, I think, was tell Varys about was it the fact that the sword is part of...
Yes, the sword is part of the Black Sun Gun, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that was one of the last things said last time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jin is learning to trust people with information.
Oh, yeah.
That's good. So, what's the plan?
Follow the painful eye.
Yep, seems like it. I think we were gonna horse up, weren't we?
All right.
To these swamps.
Horses to full. Engage. Anyway.
Horse me up, Scotty.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody. Well, I imagine you guys did not put your horses down in the night. So everyone gets up on their horses. Yeah, you guys don't exactly have an extra saddle to saddle Micaiah, so I guess you guys are just sharing horses again.
Micaiah, who could literally turn into a horse.
Yeah, Micaiah can turn it. Micaiah can turn into a horse, and they will turn into a travel animal for sure. But you can't ride her. At least not comfortably.
We just had the little one share last
Varys is a
time.
little man.
Yes, that is what I'm saying. Is that Varys has been sharing.
No, what I'm saying is he's a little man. He could
ride
bareback.
Bareback is not so much about like your size, it's the fact that your sit bones are on top of the horse's sit bones.
Exactly.
And
If it's a horse.
owie.
And you're going to be traveling for a fit.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, Micaiah can only transform into a regular horse, unlike your horses, which are capable of doing all sorts of magnificent, wonderful things for your Jim. Like,
Although Jun is capable of turning into a bunch of other things that could potentially find it easier to ride bareback.
yes.
I fully turned out of the question for like a good minute there, and then I just came back to bareback, and I'm
Yeah.
like, oh,
Perfect.
It's the technical
Correct
term,
thing to
just,
listen to.
Yeah.
you know.
the term being
Travel
used correctly and as it should be.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yes.
Surprisingly,
Especially
surprising.
what I know about.
Especially not between Ferris and Micaiah.
No.
Oh dear.
Not even 5 minutes in, we're already barebacking.
We have
Yeah.
this conversation, I feel like, every time.
We do.
Yeah.
Anyway, you
You
all.
get a saddle from Micaiah. I think that's the answer to that.
I feel like Micaiah should be providing her own saddle. As the person who needs a saddle.
I mean, she can
only
travel
polite.
fine. She's got no problem traveling. It's you guys who want to ride her that have the problem.
I don't want to ride her.
Literally
I'm
never-
a
Oh,
problem.
he's saying Varys should ride her.
Yeah, other people keep telling me that I should, but I'm like, I got this perfectly good horse here that is customized for me, and I've made a saddle for, I assume.
Oh dear. Okay.
Oh boy.
Well, either way, you all get ready to travel, pack up your bedrolls and all that, and head on, continuing to follow the painful eye. It's only a couple of hours before you guys make it into swamplands. Luckily, you are traveling with the Rikus, so you have no real trouble with that. You're not suffering terribly. There's no like getting stuck or anything like that goes on. You do have to like maneuver around some particularly large areas, which does slow you down a little bit, but it's faster than going through, swamp. Until you make it into the absolute darkest parts of the swamp, when your painful eye starts to ease off a little bit, like you're finally getting close enough, in that sense. When you finally come upon some stonework prodding out of the ground. It looks like statues and small graves. Unfortunately, it is very dark here, so those of you who are not able to see, will have trouble. Which at this point is just the Hubie.
Mm-hmm.
This is my time to
Varys is-
shine. I
Yes,
need
Varys
to-
is wearing
Varys'
dark.
goggles are wired to his head.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I know Eternal Flame, right? Like, we should really just make you a torch that never goes out and chuck it in the bag of holding.
Mm.
That could be
Um,
cool, but then I've got to hold it. Like, at least with the goggles, I don't have to
Yeah, fair.
hold a light or take the time to get a torch or even turn on my. Oh, Varys will hand over his ring of light to our new friend, so they've got a source of light for themselves.
Oh.
Okay.
Cool.
It's helped me out a lot. Hopefully, it'll help you as well too.
Alright, because the thingy you've got instead.
Yeah, I've got my goggles on.
So,
Okay, I will move across your ring of light.
nice.
Yeah, if you could.
Yeah, you didn't have light now, did you? Oh, there you go. now have the cantrip light while wearing that ring. So, feel free to move around.
Well, in true Thuracus fashion, these are rocks. I've learned nothing about the Feywild while being here. I need to lick them.
So it's not. I mean, I guess it is kind of rocky, but
Or
it's
stone.
it is a,
Cut
it is a
stone.
stone, is a
Which
cut
means
stone.
I need to know where this came from. I need to know what kind of stone we're dealing with. Know how
Okay.
old it is. So I lick it.
Well,
Look at the nearest one.
the nearest one that'll be this, like chair-looking one. It's like broken, in multiple places, cracked all the way up, but it looks like it's meant to be a seat of some sort. Yeah, you have no trouble licking it. You don't need to roll a perception for that. Roll
Well, I
me.
need to know what I perceive with my tongue.
I
Unless
mean,
you
you
want me to roll something
perceive
else.
stone. To know more about it, roll me a. Be an intelligence-y sort of thing. Roll me a nature check.
Mhm.
Okay. It is extremely old. Like,
So porous.
yeah, you've never, other than like actually porous rock, you've never put your tongue on something that is this old.
Grandpappy?
Yeah, predates any rock that you've ever laid your tongue on.
Mm-hmm.
You are completely unsure as to where it could have come from.
Some old shit.
Mm. But looking around with your general perception, you do see that there are a number of person-sized statues, all in a similar state of disrepair. That's broken off and hidden in the dirt, and there's a few ground level caskets, stone caskets, more like sarcophagi, I guess. That
Mini
are
mausoleums.
yeah.
Not really, that's the wrong term, but you know.
Yeah. But it's weird
Nice
and
touch with the ivy.
it's weird and disordered. It's not like it's an old cemetery that's been in disuse. It's like everything is in the weird places except for these actual mausoleums that you see around you, the large one and two on either side of it. That are
Is
Hmm?
Sorry. Is this statue over here? Is that the nearest one to where we are currently?
hold on. Let me get a hold of you.
There's one right. Oh no, that's a rock.
Yeah, it's just a rock. So you've got one here, here, and here. These are probably your closest ones.
Okay.
40 feet. Yeah, that's like your closest.
What's the story with this statue? Is it a statue? Is it
Are they
a
screaming?
statue of a particular person? Is this person? Yeah. Does this look like somebody who was caught and perhaps turned into a statue? We've had some dreams where people have been statues before.
Ailey
So
will be like,
We have made someone a statue before.
yeah, that too. We have done that.
That is fair.
Ailey will definitely like to investigate the statue as well. Can I actually
Okay.
move? Oh, I can move,
You can.
yeah.
Well, general perception is it doesn't look like they're in like it doesn't look like they've been turned into a statue. They're not in like they're not like positioned in horror or anything like that. They look like they're standing sort of in sort of a grieving sort of pose. Like so you see that that the female coded statues here are like, you know, hands clasped, head down, sort of in a meditative or grieving sort of pose, whereas the men are you know, holding swords up or down, and like standing at attention, sort of that sort of statue sort of going on here. But again, it's very disordered. It's not like they're you know, everything's at odd angles. It's not like a well laid out cemetery, which is odd, especially if they're meant to be like military posing. Yeah.
Very strange.
But you can possibly get more out of it if you want to roll.
Yeah, Ailey is an enjoyer of the arts.
Yep.
So
you may-
likes to collect things. They would be trying to work out if they could carry off one of the statues in the bag of holding. But otherwise,
I mean,
I feel like us not having been like grave robbers before, maybe we don't start in this place.
do we know it's a grave? They're just guessing. Yeah.
It's probably owned by someone, and that someone's probably Fae.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hey, you don't know Ailey's thinking this. You're just probably guessing that Ailey's thinking this.
I'm watching the little hamster running around in the wheel. Like, wait a minute. That's a thought of stealing starting there.
well, Ailey, you see that the statues themselves are probably too large in general to get, like, because you have to get stuff through the lip of the bag of holding to actually get it in there. But you know, if you like broke something off of it, you probably could, or if you found things that had already broken off, would probably be better. This particular statue is mostly together, but it's like halfway in the ground, like the dirt is up to like their knees.
She'll just be eyeing them all up. Are they in any kind of pattern or anything that she notices, or like?
No, again, that's
What
the
kind?
super weird thing, is that they're not lined up in any semblance of order. Like, you know, they're not all facing the same direction. Some of them are turned and twisted in different angles. You know, like this one over here is pointing this way, where these ones are like pointing downwards.
Yeah, that's
these-
what I mean. She like, does it look like they're kind of pointing towards some kind of treasure, like each one a thing that she needs to follow, you know?
Not that you can
You know,
perceive.
like those mind games where you gotta follow the different arrows around and like cover the whole block, you know?
From that perception check, no, you don't see anything like that.
Okay.
Oh, what does my Fey eye pain tell me?
That you're over top of where you need to be going.
Okay, as in right under where I am, or generally? Like,
Generally,
this
it
is
is,
the right area,
like-
but down.
Yeah, generally it is in the right area, but you're a little too high altitude wise.
Okay. This seems to be the right place, but we need to go down. There maybe a... What's this building-looking thing over here? Is that a mausoleum?
Yeah.
Yes, these are all mausoleums. This one is a quite large looking one. There's no like windows or anything in it. It's just old stone with vines running up and down it.
Everyone's starting to notice that people are no longer around them. Is just like standing there going, hello? I can't see in the dark.
So you were given a
I was
Go
given.
ahead.
you were given the ring of light, which allows you to cast the cantrip light.
Yes. Hang on. Let me remember how to do that. I thought I had
Is
ring
it-
of light feet.
You do have that as well.
Different thing.
yeah.
This is
So
a
you were
literal
given-
ring that you can cast light on.
Yeah,
Should it be in your inventory?
it is in their inventories, but there's also a spell that's been added as well. But it's just a cantrip, so I'll just set your. I will say that you have activated the ring of light. So
Action, I'm still trying to find my way around. There it is.
Hey.
Nice.
Yeah, if you would like more assistance finding things on your character sheet, happy to help.
yes, absolutely.
Because they are differently formatted than other character sheets, so it takes a bit.
They are a bit.
I'm still learning. So I clicked it and it means I can read it, but I haven't learned how to, like.
Right.
I mean, it's not like it needs casting, but
Yeah.
how
So
to put it in the thing.
if you just click the icon on it, like when you hover over it, it'll become a. There you go.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, that's how you put it in the old chat. But of course, yeah,
Very
it's just
cool,
a
very cool.
simple cantrip. It's not going to use any spell slots or anything. And to set your light, I actually have to do that manually. So either way.
Oh, you mean it doesn't like auto light?
I'm gonna start kind
No,
of
not yet.
bumbling forwards.
Over here. Follow the sound of my voice. There.
Come along,
we go.
prisoner.
What?
Don't stop
Who said
calling
that
them a
I
prisoner.
I was being sarcastic. Come on.
I know that. Does she know that?
She's got to learn that I'm sarcastic sometime.
Yeah, fair enough.
Can't just go being all naive in the Feywild.
Shut up.
Did I just... Fuck, I agreed with him.
What is knife?
Eve.
What did? What?
That's a new word in the language here for me.
It's...
It means you're being a dumb shit. Come on. And Jin's gonna like walk towards the big mausoleum.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Haley will kind of like stand by the mausoleum being like, didn't last time we go in one of these, there was that big
Ye-
slimy thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Big
We did
slimy
get
what?
some cool boots.
Big slimy what, Ailey?
Big slimy thing. The cube.
Kind of, yeah, cubey. Big square thing.
It was comprised, yeah, of slime. It wasn't like something that was slimy. It was slime.
Ugh, gross.
It's not the worst thing we've fought.
True. Were you in the Feywild when you encountered that thing?
No.
No.
Well, let's go then.
Okay.
I mean,
I would like to point out, this is
version of that.
this is a perfectly in character thing that Jun confidently walked to the side of the mausoleum that has no door.
Yeah. I
was just about to ask Skelly to describe it. That's such classic Jun.
And I found you on the doctor floor.
It was also a very Thrakus thing to say, okay, and then start walking to the actual door.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think Jin's gonna do that thing that cats do when they like ungracefully fall over and then check to see if anyone's looking and then pretend that they didn't do anything. And he's just gonna like follow Thrakus back to where the door is.
It's on the other side, by the way.
Oh, hang on. Now I'm being like Jin.
Oh, is that how you be knife?
Shut
No.
up!
That's how you be Jun.
Just want to get this done, okay? Sorry, I'm not very good at staying in character. I will laugh at myself the whole time.
That is completely
That's-
fine.
That's the fun of it.
Everyone's like pulling out the old sketchbook and licking the end of the coal before she starts trying to write. K G E Y, like desperately trying to spell it. And there's
Anyone?
like a bizarre glyph that you don't recognize or something that is just like a super weird way of drawing a Z.
Fair enough.
Can anyone read what she's writing?
I mean, you see over her shoulder.
Letters from common.
Also, it isn't common.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
Like
mean,
it's not a different weird script or something.
fair. I mean, if you want to roll perception checks, you can see if you can
Yep.
spot them writing something. Up to you.
I feel like I'm too focused on not getting jumped, so I'm not paying attention to that.
Ailey's just looking at everything. Like, oh, this is pretty. I can't remember. It was just hearing languages, not reading languages, right? With the
Yeah, you can't read additional languages, but you can't even see them. You can't even see over the shoulder to look when you're trying.
yeah.
I was gonna say all you see is hat.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Just that.
Ailey would definitely want to explore what this other building is too.
Yeah, they're all mausoleums. It looks like they're all big and stony.
man, with that hat, you'd have to
Ailey
have
wants
like
to
a.
explore all of them.
Okay.
Yes.
They'll
Of
be
course.
looking for extra doors.
Well, there was a door on the bottom of this one over here, and you probably find one over here as well. Looking this up.
Are
Ailey
we
will be
waiting to
like
see if
yelling
anyone's
out
home?
across the cemetery.
Have you
Darkness.
tried knocking?
Should we start with the small ones to know what we might be in for before we do the big one?
No, I feel like we do the big one, and then if we have the abilities, we're not dead, then we can check the smaller ones.
Fine, but we have to check the smaller ones before we leave.
Okay.
As long as
Sure.
we're not dying, absolutely.
They might
Jen-
have something shiny in them.
Jen's gonna
That's
look
true.
down at Varys and kind of go, "We're fine, it'll be fine. We'll just leave."
Yeah, sure. I just don't feel great about robbing graves in the Feywild.
No, that sounds unwise.
Yeah. I know enough to know that I don't know enough about this place.
I know enough to know we need to get out of here sooner than later.
It's a good thought.
Does this big one feel eye pain like the right one?
Good question. How's my placement going?
Yeah, as you got closer and closer to the door, you can feel your eye getting less and less pain. So it is very much the way to go.
This is the right way.
Jun's gonna investigate the door. Is it locked in any way?
Roll me an
Are
investigation.
Are there any sigils on it or any kind of religious markings? Is the other thing I would like to know.
Sure.
Oh, I investigated that. I looked at it.
Yeah, sure did.
You know that I could look into like
You get-
potential lock picking and stuff, right?
I say you give it a little push and yeah, that's locked. But look over it. It's a steel door in that sort of blackened steel way that all of the all of the Queen's Guard's knights sort of steel. Like it looks like wrought iron in that sense, but it's definitely a form of steel, and it is very much inscribed with a very old Sylvan script. Do you have New Sylvan? Yeah, Sylvan, right?
Yes.
No, you have Elvish, not Sylvan.
I have
Oh,
something.
bugger.
Yeah, just
I
the Rakus.
remembered the wrong character.
That's fine. Anybody else can read Sylvan? I don't think so.
No.
Nope.
I think probably
Can
only.
Micaiah?
Yeah, Micaiah's the only other person who can. But the Rakus
I'm
also
at the
can.
door, so...
Yep, the Rakus also can. So,
And
Excuse
I
me.
think she values her life
yes,
enough to not get within punching distance of me.
basically, yeah. Well, the Rakus, you read on the door that this is the resting place for the most noble members of the Unseelie Court.
Oh, fuck.
You may roll
Oh,
a
no.
history check if you want to know more about that, but I'm sure you've already guessed what that means.
I mean, I feel like anyone should really know how
Yeah.
bad that is, just with a
Everyone in the
basic...
back of the room, unsealed, like they're open.
I feel like Thrakus would feel the need to explain this to Jun as well, given his
Yeah.
That the Unseelie Court are the they're the evil fae, basically. That is what their deal is. I mean, it makes sense considering you're in the kingdom of the Queen of Air and Darkness, and the Unseelie Court is undoubtedly hers. So yeah, but this is their resting place for the most loyal to them, which means that there's almost certainly some bad juju.
So, I mean, the Queen did promise us safe passage, but we're gonna have to be super freaking careful, and shit's probably gonna go down as soon as we're anywhere near what we're after.
Sure. Is the door itself going to be a problem? Or is it things inside, do you think? Or both, I guess.
I mean, probably all of it, to be fair, but can I do an Arcana check on the door?
Sure.
I'll give you guidance as well, too.
Yeah, I'll consider that as an advantage. As well
No,
as
I just went, this is wrong or not, but we know which one was the first one.
no, I mean,
Oh, there it is.
okay. They're both threes, so it's fine.
Alright, I clicked it once and it didn't work.
That's okay. That's a 22. There is nothing inherently magical about this door.
Sweet. Ayla, I think it's your turn.
Finally! I told you!
But, look at me. Look at me. We totally would have done that.
Absolutely.
We
What?
cannot take anything except what we came for. We cannot take anything except the dagger thingy, because otherwise, we're probably going to die.
But I
Really
get
bad
dagger
death.
thingy?
How about if you do not take things from this crypt, if you look closely at them, I will try to find something of the same value for you when we get back into our plane.
Okay. But you could give me the dagger until we have to give it to the other one, right?
Do you
mean
promise not to
sword?
use it?
Why would we not use it?
because it steals souls, Ailey, And it's
Yeah.
part of the Black Sun God.
Yeah, that's what he told me to do, right?
Yeah, no, but don't do the thing that the bad guy says to do.
Like he's who
Tell
we're
you
trying
not
to
to. You
fight.
said
Don't make him stronger.
yeah.
Oh,
You
wait.
already you
But
came
if
back with our
I'm
help.
doing it,
He didn't
do
help
I
you.
not get the souls? Or do
No,
they
the
get
sword
soul?
gets the soul.
No.
But then I have the
Sword
sword
claims
with the
dominion.
swords.
No, it means the sword
Whoa.
is stealing your kills. It is taking it away from you. You get nothing. It's a dirty little thief.
It's like if somebody had like a staff and it had the ability to fire spells out of it, the person can channel that, but that's not really their spells, you know? It's the staff spells. Same with the souls.
Fine.
Like it's
To let
basically
this
scamming you.
die in her life.
All right, roll your
We're
thieves
just trying
tools.
not to like die horribly. That's all. The most noble of the Unseelie Court sounds like that. That sounds bad.
Yeah.
It's like the best of the worst.
It sounds powerful and not to be trifled with, perhaps.
Alright,
Really?
doors unlocked.
Trifling is our thing.
Fine, but we better find something just as cool.
Doors unlocked. No problem.
I think Jun is going to keep his
Ailey's gonna
eyes.
sit back and let someone else open it.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jun will open it. He's quite comfortable in crypts.
Fair.
That's like his
That's
childhood.
not what Ailey's problem is with the crypt.
Mm.
She's like, is
Oh,
there another
jeez.
gelatinous cube?
Well, it seems
That's a
someone's
fair
been
worry to have.
in here and defiled the place before because there's just a skull on the ground.
There is just a skull around.
Yeah.
You just go on the
Maybe
sorry,
step
I'm-
around that. John.
I mean, it's a
Jun's
5 foot,
gonna-
it's a 5 foot square. Jun can successfully navigate around the skull.
Okay.
Jun's
If they
gonna
want to.
like glare slightly at Thrakus and be like, "Do you think I know so little about being respectful of death?" And like just
I know you have
stomp off a little bit.
I know you have different customs. You're a bit naive.
Alright. How's my brain meats feeling?
feeling
place.
feeling pretty good. Pretty good.
Nice.
A lot less pain. Every time.
Good.
Oh, that's so great.
Get it?
Yep.
Like I missed something.
Is
There's a
check the
ch-
chat. Is
I
there a
mean,
way to
there-
share this so that the recording can see?
Oh, I
yes.
see.
Let me
Wait,
It's so
Okay.
good.
which? Oh, D&D chat?
let me figure this out.
Can this like?
If
oh, no, we can only
Emerald
put
is all good with that.
stuff.
I mean, it's pretty much canon at this point. Any no, I don't have
A
things for
gunship is
this.
what we're gonna be if we get in trouble in here. The most gun
Mhm.
of ships.
Yeah, the most gun of ships, indeed.
Oh my god.
Alright.
It sounds like the most ominous, like,
There you go.
foreboding thing about, like, Varys and Micaiah.
Excuse me.
A done ship.
Oh. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Is decided.
Right, as usual, Ailey is fascinated by everything around her.
Cool. Alright, well, you've got 2 stone coffins on either side of you. You've got a small skull.
She is still looking for loot as well.
Yeah,
even
you still
though
got
she
a
knows she can't take it.
skull on the ground. a couple of vases scattered around the place. In the middle of the room, of your movement through the room, there is a sort of ceremonial pool that's in the center there that is filled with some sort of fluid. It seems like it's water. General perception doesn't tell you anything else about it. But there is a set of stairs right in front of you that lead down that are broken in. One out through time. It's going to be a little bit of a tricky maneuver to get down there. Other than just jumping.
Shape changing doesn't really give Jun any additional agility, does it?
No, right now.
And just look like a cat person.
If we want, I can lower myself down with my grapple gun and see what the situation is at the bottom, so nobody's falling and breaking an ankle or their neck or something.
Sounds sensible to me.
Alrighty.
Do you need any assistance, or are you good?
I'm good. In case something bad happens, be prepared to, I don't know, do something. Whatever seems appropriate, I guess.
Jun is going to summon his Pact Blade.
Fair play.
Yeah, that's good. Alright, I will, fire my grappling gun above where the stairs have dropped away, and then use that to lower myself down.
Sweet.
Ailey's just gonna like fly down after.
That checks out.
Fair enough. I feel like Varys is like halfway down and sees Ailey go. Nyum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because she was too busy looking at all the stuff, but then once she
Yep.
heard the grappling gun, she'd just be like, "Oh, we're going down? Fly."
All right, both of you.
Or nothing.
Both of you
Fly
roll
down.
me. Both of you roll me acrobatics checks, please.
Yeah, I figured.
Cool.
Oh god. Did Ailey get caught in the
Ooh,
rope?
not good.
No, you didn't get caught in the rope. But you were not prepared for the fact that there is just a whole bunch of jagged ass rocks down there from the whole stairs collapsing in on itself.
So bad landing.
Yeah, not a great landing. So roll me 2d6.
2d6 of face planting damage.
Yeah. And you
Only
take
8.
8 points of bludgeoning damage. Yeah, exactly. But with your newfound vision, you see that other than the unsteady landing, that's pretty much, there's a door in front of you. The stairs lead down to the door. There's not much else to this.
There's just a door. Seems fine. Maybe an issue if we're trying to get out of here in a hurry. But otherwise, it's safe.
Not sure if I trust the word safe in this environment.
Safe is a relative term, really.
It really is.
There is no more than the constant danger we're always in.
Oh, alright then. Put it that way.
Sounds good to me. How
Yeah,
far down is it?
Like the danger of not knowing what a prisoner is.
Yep. It is about 20, 30 feet.
Is it safe enough to like jump without getting injured? Or is it I would need to...
I mean, if you jumped, I would get you to roll an acrobatics check. So if you feel that you are acrobatic enough to handle that, that's up to you. Otherwise, you are absolutely welcome to take down the rope that Varys's grapple gun has allowed for.
Yeah, Jin's gonna rope. Usually he'd be more brash and stupid, but he wants to get this over with.
I want more ropes for an escape route. So I'm gonna take mine, and just I need to investigate these like pillars and things and see if any of them are in decent repair.
Okay, roll me an investigation check.
Okay. Huh. Look
Yeah.
good to me.
Yeah, the one right next to you seems pretty stable.
Sweet. So I'll tie a good knot around that. Do I need to roll for that?
No,
I feel like I know how to tie a knot,
you know, you're survival
I'm not
enough
a
to know.
ranger.
Exactly, you know.
And I'll give it a good tug. Lean my
Okay.
weight into it before I.
Roll a strength check for me.
Okay. Come on.
Yeah, no, it seems to hold.
You like putting fear in me, don't you? Well, I'm doing that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yep. All right, slide down. No problems.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna suck later.
All right, Jen takes the grapple gun down. Micaiah will do the same. There is a dog.
I have trained him, so, well, before I went down, I would have said, guard.
Okay.
He knows what that means, yeah?
Yep.
Surely.
Yep.
I haven't taught him this by now. I'm stupid.
Nope. He sits down. He's ready to.
Besides, he knows
chill.
how to guard already.
Yep, he does. He's
From his checkered criminal past.
exactly. He sits himself down. He's ready to chill here and wait for your return. And Everil, my human sorceress, how do you get down? Yes, hello?
Avril may be distracted by a small cat.
Maybe.
No, not even small cat, sorry.
Aww.
Distracted by my own brain.
Oh, yeah,
Classic.
Yeah.
I
Familiar with
apologize.
that.
Yeah, we're all like that. Been
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Right, you're among friends.
Good question on how do I get down. What do I have?
There are 2 ropes
Yes.
that have already been put in place.
Yes.
I'm gonna remind myself of how terrible my acrobatics is before I touch a rope.
Fair.
Is it acrobatics or athletics?
Well.
I would argue sliding down a rope is a very acrobatic move, but climbing up a rope is a very athletics move.
Yes.
I see.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say it, depending on which rope you choose, will depend on what I get you to roll.
Which rope was tied by whom?
I tied a rope to a pillar.
Yep.
Varys used a grappling hook to go down.
Mm-hmm.
So you see a steel claw is hooked in between some stones in the wall, holding it tight there, and one is tied around a pretty sturdy looking banister and knotted tightly.
Before you say sturdy looking, you could totally investigate.
Yeah, you're totally able to investigate that further if you like. That's just
I
your general
could.
perception.
I could, and although person me wants to do that, character me is
Yeah.
less likely to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay.
The character to me is
Haley.
more likely to make some sort of bizarre gesture where they sort of point to their forehead and then their tummy and then also both shoulders, and then they cast shield on themselves just in case. You know, they're just doing their best.
Yep.
And then they're gonna pick the grappling hook rope and attempt to slide down.
Cool.
Luckily, she's small.
Very small.
Yes. Yeah, you slide down there. No issue, no roll needed.
Phew.
You land a bit uncomfortably, as it is an uneven surface you land on, but you survive. No problems. And yeah, you guys are at the bottom, looking down a double door. Doesn't seem to be locked at all.
Is there any more script on this door? Like
No, this is a wooden door that has survived surprisingly long for everything else around it. But it is just a set of double doors. Pretty dark looking wood, especially in the darkness.
Yeah.
No, there's something with a light here. There's a nice dark wood. Mahogany.
Mahogany.
Phenomena.
Yeah. But just seems like a regular set of doors.
Regular door.
Mhm.
Jen is gonna go open the
Go
door.
ahead.
Okay.
Jen, yeah. He's like, it's correct. It's just dead people. Open door.
Cool. Door opens. You open it onto a very long corridor of
Ailey would be
pillars
muttering.
down either side.
That the dead people don't stay dead here. It'd be like, fucking dead people. Yeah, they don't stay dead.
Jen's not afraid of undead people either.
Ailey is still annoyed that they keep coming back.
That's fair.
Like, I killed you, why are you here again?
Mm-hmm.
That's fair. Alright, yeah. Those of you who can see in the dark, can see, maybe not Varus, still limited by the nature of the stuff. The rest of you can probably just make out at the end that there is a door. But Jun can make out that there are multiple doors at the end of this corridor.
He's going to stride forward confidently, but not too fast, like at a respectful pace, and kind of twirling his scythe in a confident way.
Okay. Jun leading the way.
How's your head feeling, Varus?
Yeah. How is
Better-
my head feeling?
Better every step.
Better every step. We're heading in the right direction. Though that doesn't mean that we're safe. We are going the right way, at least.
Cool.
You get the impression that any particular door that we're about to approach is a preferred option.
I mean, I'm sure Varus knows. I currently can't see the screen because my internet is being funky.
I see.
Well, we need
It's
to
kind of a
doors.
roundabout way of asking Kyle.
Yes. Varus can sense that it's in the direction that you guys are moving, so that would necessarily point to the door directly in front of you. But it's interesting because, you know, he very clearly felt better going the correct way towards something. you know how he has to go around the mausoleum. So whatever is pinpointing him, it's not like a straight, like through rock and earth to it. It is like an actual like direction he's been given. So you'll have to find out when he gets closer to a door as to which one is the better one. So, moving forward, yeah.
Yep.
Deborah?
I think Jin's also keeping his eyes peeled. Does he notice anything other than the doors? Like, are there any religious imagery or anything else in the room?
Oddly, no. It is extremely barren, and like almost like clean barren, if that makes sense. Like someone like comes in here every week and like dusts. Like there's not spider webs, there's no grime, there's no like vines or dirt coming through any of the walls and ground. Like it is impeccable.
How impeccable.
Yeah, Jin's gonna like point that out to Varys and Thoricus and just be like, it's a little bit too clean.
Does it taste like magic?
You're sensing that there is magic nearby and definitely within this place. You're not sensing that the walls or floor are enchanted or anything like that. It's likely that either some sort of magical servant or something magical comes through and cleans this place.
Oh, that is a much worse answer. Thank you. I will relay that to the others. Keep your wits about you, and maybe keep up, guys.
Yeah. I mean, that would explain why it's clean, but nothing's been done about the, destruction of the stairs.
At the instruction of keep up, Avril is staring at the ceiling.
Stay close to us. We don't know what's down here.
Okay.
And Ailey.
Ailey, you sticking close?
Yeah.
No.
Please drag me for me.
Alright. Let's go.
Yep, I think Jin's gonna stay in formation with the group rather than striding off.
It's a good idea. Going. As we get to about here, I'll check in with my eyeball. Hey, where are we going? Which way? He mutters it under his breath, but he is absolutely talking to whatever is guiding him.
So you look between each door. Yeah, you look between each door. You look to the left one, still pain. Look to the center one, less pain. Look to the right one, more pain. Probably the center one.
I think the center one. Both left and right hurt. There's less hurt on the one in front. Go and check out this door.
Alright.
Does it appear to be locked at all?
Does not appear to be locked. It is a steel door. Again, that blackened steel. Does not have any markings or anything, any scripture or anything on it. But obviously has like cast marks and all that sort of stuff over it. No? A door handle. It's a pretty ornate door. Otherwise, is fit for, remembering the dead.
And them being nobility of the court as well too.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone group up.
Yep. Grouping up.
Yep.
Yep. Baracus,
Sorry, what?
group up. Yeah.
Group up? What are we grouping up for? Yes.
This door.
We're gonna go through a door.
Okay.
The ultimate D&D challenge.
Yeah.
You saying, keep up, and then I just disappear. What's up?
Cracks
Yes.
knuckles,
Go.
breathes heavily.
Yeah.
Got this, everyone.
do it.
We'll be able to get through a door.
Epic montage noises.
Mm-hmm.
Might be being a bit overcautious, but there's no traps or anything, right?
Roll an investigation check.
Okie dokie.
Fingers crossed for a regular door. Regular door.
Mhm.
It's been a while, pals.
Well, that's-
I feel like we've had a few regular doors that we've just like freaked out about.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh
But
yeah.
we've had doors that weren't regular doors that we did not consider.
Yeah. Quite a few. Seems like a normal door.
No.
Seems fine.
Can I press an ear against it and have a listen?
Sure. Roll a perception check.
Sure.
Because
I should-
nothing should be moving at this level, hopefully.
Mm.
For a split second, you could swear that you heard a very faint moaning, but then it's gone and there's silence all around you.
Are there any
Huh.
sigils or markings of any kind on the door?
No, not that you can see. Certainly nothing like magical in any sense of the word. It's just generally a
Just,
non-neat door.
I'm not 100% sure, guys, but I think someone's having a good time in there.
Excuse me?
There was a. Sometimes I wish I could read minds.
Sometimes. I feel like it would be very uncomfortable.
Yet not all the time. Ugh, perv.
What? Sorry, you just said that you thought somebody was having a good time in a crypt. Why am I the perv?
Because the times when you have used your mind tricks before.
I spoke in your head one time to encourage you to kiss somebody.
It was more than one time.
Oh, yes, fair.
Thank you.
Oh. You get involved in
Okay.
that kind of stuff here?
Sorry.
Haley's just like staring really confused. Like, are they stabbing people? Are they drinking? Like, what
No, it was just-
kind?
I'm not 100% sure that I even heard it, but it just seemed like a really faint.
It could be your imagination. This is it. You know,
Oh.
some people are quite freaked out by places like this. I understand.
None. I'm not afraid of dead people. Are you questioning my ability to be around dead people? Considering.
You questioned my ability to be around dead people considering.
Fine. Anyway. Can we go through the door?
I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll figure it out.
We're
Sure.
either having an orgy or it's ghost zombies.
I mean, this is very lonely orgy.
It's,
If there are people, they probably shouldn't be down here, and it's going to be something. Either which way, we have to go through it to get the sword.
Oh, you yuck. I don't want to go near it if it's doing what I think it's doing.
has anybody got prestidigitation, just in case?
No.
That's unfortunate. Oh well, into the muck we go.
Aw.
You're gross.
You're gross.
You're the one that brought up moaning.
Yeah.
Not in that man. That's
Hey,
not on me.
there's been gelatinous cube and moaning.
You definitely could not use a
Smears all
gelatinous
over the
cube.
ground.
Could not use a gelatinous cube.
Well, not in cube form.
Not for any extended period of time.
No, acid's not good. Anyway, you enter into into a very large room that has stone pews all laid out, and in the center there is a stone. That's what I'm looking for here. I guess like a desk sort of table, ceremonial table is basically what it is, and on either side similarly ceremonial tables, but seemingly like they're supposed to be having a person on each one of them, dead person, as one currently has a immaculately cleaned skeleton on one side, and the other one is a baron. But there does appear to be some unlit candles around the room, as well as a book unfolded on the center tablet.
A very conspicuous looking book.
I mean, as conspicuous as any book would be here. And as you get that close, lights flicker on in the room.
Oh, Ailey will be very interested in the book.
As,
I'm not touching it. No touching.
these are in the wrong place. So these candles light up.
Yeah, I think John's gonna want to look at the book too, without touching.
Can make room.
I'm just here for moral support. I can't see up onto that.
Would you like uppies, Varys?
No, I can climb up myself. Thank you, though.
Maybe don't touch the things, though.
Yeah, fair. I'll just stay here. If somebody else wants to have a look at the book, though, I can help you.
Ailey is
look
definitely going to look at the
gooder.
book and everything around it, and then probably go look at the skeleton after that. Investigation or perception?
Well, Thoracus
He's not gonna touch it yet.
Thoracus is investigating the book. Are you assisting their investigation? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
They're
then-
assisting that.
Then Thoracus will get
before they
advantage
go
on
and
this.
look at
Yeah, Thoracus will get advantage on this. Okay. So, just looking at the writing in the book, luckily you can read Sylvan, so you know what you can actually read what's on the pages. It is
Damn right.
talking about a noble house within the Unseelie Court that sacrificed themselves in a war, and were their highest order of them, king and queen, essentially within their own right, is bestowed upon them by the queen of the Unseelie Court, were laid to rest side by side forevermore. And that's all you're really getting from reading just this page. Yeah.
Well, I translate that for the team, for the squad. So it's not that guy. Whoever that guy is.
Okay.
You don't know the gender of
else?
that skeleton. Anyway,
So
He
sorry.
isn't gendered.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second there. What does the thing say?
the book, the passage that it is open to, talks about a noble family of the Unseelie Court, particularly two, a male and a female, that were rendered king and queen by the queen of the court itself, and were sacrificed in a great war, and were sealed to rest side by side forevermore.
Okay.
Oh.
It does look like, if I'm reading this right, there is a skeleton on the left over there, but not one on the right.
Oh shit. Oh wait, but they're supposed to be side by side. Not like
It may be
feet to feet.
it may be a figurative sort of thing, like they are in the same room. That
I mean,
is
I can
kind of
go
side
ask
by
him if you
side.
like.
I mean, the Fey
You wanna
can be.
you would what?
I can go ask them if you
Ah.
like.
Oh yeah. Is it a good
It's a
idea?
thing you can do.
Yes. And Jin's just going to waltz over to the skeleton. And can I... so
Careful,
I...
Varys. You'll offend him. Death is his whole thing.
Look, it's fine. Okay, I'm just worried about speaking to skeletons in their own home.
Fair. So is this just a speaking thing, or is this a they're gonna get up and move around thing? Because that's not gone so well for us in skeletons before.
Oh no, just a conversation.
Sweet.
So it can answer... Hang on. So yeah, we can ask up to 5 questions, like the D&D movie.
Yes.
How many questions? I mean,
5.
Skeleton answers. You have 4 left.
yeah.
Yeah.
At this point,
This is
Ailey.
Yeah,
I'm like, if someone put their hand over Ailey's mouth.
You're like, Ailey, we're gonna play the quiet game for 10 minutes,
Quiet game?
or until the skeleton's not under the spell anymore.
No
play this-
talking to skeletons.
So if you don't speak at all for the
At
next
all.
10 minutes, or until this skeleton is no longer animated in any way, I will give you 1 platinum.
How about you give me 1 beetle shell?
Deal. Deal.
Okay.
All right.
So much more precious.
Ailey's like standing,
God
just like,
damn.
you know, the like the position of like the kind of like semi squatted, like in a fist, like excited, hyped kind of
Like, oh, damn it. Ailey outsmarted me.
Ailey knows what she wants.
She's wonderful.
I
should want money,
imagined it
but
as
she
the
doesn't.
I imagined it as the SpongeBob smirk.
SpongeBob.
The one where he discovers that Squidward likes Krabby Patties, where just the top part of his head is all smile and tiny little eyes.
Okay. Well,
Jin is before he casts the spell, he's going to turn to Varys and be like, and squint slightly at his eye, the one in pain, and go,
Uh-huh.
should we ask this a skeleton where to find the sword? Do you think?
Sure. Yeah, maybe. I mean, honestly, I'm not super versed in this. I feel like I can find the sword through this, but like if there's anything that could be dangerous in here, maybe we ask about that first.
I mean, he's not going to tell us anything new. Like, he won't know why the place is so clean, you know.
So he won't know what is beyond the
I mean,
scope of.
yeah, he won't know anything that. Sorry, they won't know anything that they did not know in life. So if they knew about this family crypt before, then maybe. But that's not a given.
Honestly, ask whatever you feel like. I trust your judgment. the sword's a good idea. Otherwise, just ask whatever you feel.
Very well. And John's going to cast Speak with Dead on the skeleton.
All right. As it is an invocation, describe to me how you summon your aspect of Null to cast this spell.
I think Jun is going to caress the skull that is embedded in his packed scythe with one hand and kind of draw out of it a length of black smoke that is reminiscent of the dragon mantle, the smoke that becomes the dragon mantle, and kind of push it into the corpse, and it kind of expands over the corpse and flashes slightly green, and then the corpse kind of sits up a little bit.
Okay. So you will see, this shadow move over the skeleton, filling in the cracks and crevices, and like it's trying desperately to reform, skin and flesh, until it eventually becomes sort of like a smoky robe that envelops the whole thing. And as it sits up, you see that it forms sort of a cowl and a veil over the skeleton's face, completely black and shadowy, and you hear a raspy woman's voice from the skeleton. I am awake. Ask your questions.
At this point, Ailey puts their hand over their mouth, like they do it themselves.
Jun's going to nod courteously and say, "What dangers can be found within this crypt?"
The dead.
Sorry?
You hear the dead.
Okay.
Oh, good.
What's the... Sorry, Scully. What's
Yep.
the sword that we're looking for called?
It is called the Darkened Blade.
Okay. Where can we find the Darkened Blade?
Deep within the ground.
And John's kind of standing there holding it with his hand resting on the scythe, holding up 2 fingers, because that's the second question, and he's counting off.
Yep.
He's going to say, "In what way are the dead in this crypt dangerous?"
Fuck. They seek life. They will hold on to it in not great ways.
Yeah.
Jin adds a third finger to the fingers he's holding up and kind of contemplates and looks at Varys and looks at Thoricus and kind of thinks, what would they want to know? But he can't say that out loud. And he's going to ask the corpse, who were you in life?
a great noble of a great house, protector of the queen and her kingdom.
Gonna add another finger, so he's got 4 fingers up, and he's looking around, and kind of raises his eyebrow at Varys, like, do you think, like, as if, you know, am I doing okay? Does this useful?
Varys holds up a thumb, just thumbs up, and then in John's head he hears, "You're doing fine. It's all good." Either ask something about the queen, or maybe ask if it has any last requests. I don't really know the custom of these sorts of things.
Can John speak back to Varys' message? Or
No, it's
Okay.
not a same thing.
Unfortunately not.
He's gonna wink at him like, yeah, you don't need to do that. I don't know, Jin has weird gestures.
Both eyes.
He's gonna turn back to the corpse and say, how can we protect ourselves from the dead that dwell here?
Return to me, my love, my whole, my heart, my regret. And the shadow zips back up its body and back up into your scythe, and the skeleton falls back down into place.
Bro, you were so right. It is about this one.
Mm-hmm.
And
Nice work, John.
rifle through my pockets, and as promised, give Ailey one of my shiny beetle carapaces.
The excitement on
I
her
will-
face.
I'll change my quantity to 4.
I'm kind of curious to know how Avril's reacted to this.
Oh yeah, because everyone else, this is just normal day.
This is like a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I tell you what, hang on. I'll share legitimately the sketches that I am sending of what Avril's currently drawing. I'll send both of them into the group chat for you. If there is an easy way to share these in stream so that they can see, do let me know.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. I like tried to draw Ailey, but my hand was like, fuck off. I can't. I was like,
but
okay,
this is what we're working with at the moment. So, Avril's yeah, we're working on figuring y'all out.
Beautiful.
And looking at you and trying very hard to calculate how to ask you if it is safe to ask questions without asking a question. So you sort of get these words very slowly, like, now is yes safe to talk inquiries.
Was that a question, or...?
I was gonna roll an insight.
Versus Ailey
Can
would
we
just
try and
be
discern
like,
what's going
Oh
on?
boy.
I have the beetle shell now, I may speak once more.
Yeah, the deal has been done.
Yeah, the deal has been made.
The
What?
the deal. So
Jin,
now I
Hmm?
can
What?
talk
I was just-
about
What are you trying to say?
questions safe ask.
Oh,
spell-
yes, the magic is gone. You're
Oh.
safe. You can ask questions.
Phew. Okay. Now I can't.
Really appreciate you not saying any though, and being like checking if it's okay first. That's pretty cool.
Well, I asked if I could play too, but nobody heard me. So I guess I don't
Oh.
get any shiny bugs.
My
Oh,
bugs.
Thrakus.
Thrakus has not given up those bugs lightly.
Absolutely no. Do you know how long we've been at this? This is the first shiny bugs I've got. No.
Okay.
You pay
What
them.
if I help you? What if I don't have shiny bugs? What if I
Yeah.
help you find some
Yeah,
more shiny
it's almost
bugs
like they're so
afterwards?
rare. We've only got 5 of these this entire time.
I mean,
That's okay. I'm still a prisma. I can't have shiny bugs.
You are not a
does
prisoner.
that mean that you're like Chuck? Are you like stuck in a gem or something? Is that what that is?
Stuck in a gem? No, that was that other
Yeah,
lady
you
with the
did it.
legs.
You said that. Yeah, you said you were a prismer,
Yeah.
like a prism.
Yeah. You
Okay.
prisma.
What? But good question. What is your first language?
I don't know what you call it here. Where I'm from, it's just common, and I think you say common too, but I think our commons are a little bit different.
I think so too.
That tracks.
Cool.
Does
You may,
Jun?
if you want to, like, do you think everyone would say something in the language to, like, try and get across what it is? Or just leave it at that?
I totally want to, but I feel like it's too early to give it, like, you know what I'm getting at?
Oh, yeah, of course. But I was
Yeah.
just gonna, I was gonna give them a very high check here.
Well, remember,
It's just
Ailey would just hear it as normal.
Yeah,
anyway.
exactly. So Ailey doesn't know that it's anything different.
Yeah.
But-
It would just sound like Draconic to her,
Yeah.
because that's her main language.
Which is funny because she's the only one who would have the knowledge of anything close to your thing there. So the only other person,
She's too oblivious!
yeah, the only other person would be Varys, and yeah, it would be a history check on his part. That would be very high. So it's up to you if you want to let them try.
Okay, I say what sounds like a perfectly logical sentence to me.
Cool. Roll me a history check there, Varys.
Cool.
Should I roll a something for whether Ailey realizes that it's
Oh no,
not...
you absolutely don't realize it all.
Okay, sweet. I was like, do I need to roll an intelligence check?
No. You're just like, that was a totally normal sentence. So does...
Yeah.
Especially considering it is extremely close to common, and that is what Varys picks up on, is that it is like almost like a it's almost like a dialect. And it's very close to like an old not half elven, very close to an old halfling language, which is where you get your accent from, particularly.
I was
So
gonna
it's
say,
like
is it
it's
something like American versus British versus Australian?
No, it
versus
is
New
like a-
Zealand
it is like
versus
a-
Canada?
Would it be more like
is-
English versus Scots?
it is like a Eastern European sort of sounding equivalency. Hence Varys's Eastern European accent.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have an accent. You also have an accent.
No, you have an accent.
But yeah,
sure.
it is
I love how the Draconic accent was British.
yes.
As
Of
well
course.
when it started, but it kind
I mean,
of
that
it
rings.
turned because it's Ailey. She's been around you lot for a while, speaking common. It's not as strong. It's on some words.
Yes. But yes, it is. It's yeah. Hence why you've been close to history to know it. But yeah, that's what you get from it, is that it's like it's familiar in that sense. Like you probably maybe heard your great-grandmother speak it at some point.
Yeah. Like old story type stuff.
Yeah.
Generations gone. Huh. Interesting.
There once was 2 old hags who lived on a hill, and they had a house, and it was a windmill. It's sort of like a old timey rhyme from nearby.
Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, protect yourselves from the dead, I guess, and onward we go.
Well, she said the way to keep ourselves safe was to, what, return her love to her?
Mm-hmm. So I guess we've got to.
She was a little
go
bit
and
more
figure out-
specific about it.
Sorry, please help me remember the thing that Jin knows.
Yes. So it was her love, her half, her whole, her regret.
Oh God.
Could we all hear what she was saying?
Oh yeah, you could all hear it. You could all hear
Oh,
that.
okay. Ailey will be like, is this like the weird stuff my brother has going on with people? Like his old girlfriend? No?
I mean, it could
Yeah,
be,
well, what?
a single person, or it could be, like they do at weddings, something borrowed, something blue, whatever, multiple things. Don't know.
Something elvish, something new. Yeah, fair.
I'm just writing it down so we don't forget. Oh wait, you're already freaking dead.
Yep.
It's all good.
I suppose if we
uh,
encounter difficulty, this is the way to prevent it. I don't know.
But also, this is a spoken riddle, so
Yes, no, dead don't tend to speak very plainly, sorry.
That was what I was thinking. I wanted to put a set of brackets around the W. Then I was like, maybe I'm reading too much into that. Maybe I'm projecting myself onto that.
Oh my gosh.
Return my whole.
oh, you got a few more in the decomposition process.
She is in fact mostly whole now.
Yeah.
There is nothing.
The skeletons are quite porous, so she is indeed mostly whole. Anyway.
John's going to inspect the skeleton to see if there is anything missing, any bones missing, any other bitses that should be there that aren't.
Okay. I guess in this sense it would be more of a medicine check.
Oh, great.
Yeah. I mean,
Did it never be said that Jin is wise?
Hey. You give it a good look over. You don't see any anything broken or anything like that. Like all of the bones and everything look like they're meant to be there. Which is very interesting as well, because you've spent a fair amount of time around crypts and stuff. Any sort of body that's kept like this, they usually lose something in the decay part, right? There's never usually a full skeleton left at the end of decay. It's like this person was very ceremoniously stripped of all of their flesh and muscle and sinew and bits, and bones left very perfectly intact on purpose here.
Oh. Ew. So, a bit of information to add to the riddle. It appears, I assume after death, that the corpse was stripped of all of the flesh ceremonially. and left here. That's why the skeleton is so neat.
That's strange. Is that a common occurrence?
I don't know anything about.
Roll a religion check. Anybody
Who's
who wants to.
rolling?
Anybody who wants to can roll a religion check.
Haley will be
Captain.
Oh.
Haley will be
Hey.
very curious about this, but she probably knows nothing but would be like, did my brother say anything about this? You know?
My rolls don't want to roll.
Yeah,
So it looks like we're fine. I'm still
Hello?
gonna...
we can still hear
You
you.
guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
There it is. We got your roll. Oh no, that's Ava's roll.
It's okay, Jen did good, but...
Yeah, general and natural
yeah.
20. I think you're gonna be okay.
Yeah, but like, you know... She's
Um,
still... Haley's racking her brain
Hello?
for whether her
Yeah,
brother
we can still.
mentioned
We can hear you.
anything.
Can you not hear us? Oh no.
Hello.
Perfect. Everybody does it. Okay. So,
Can't hear you.
maybe disconnect. Disconnect.
I think I'm back.
You back? Can you hear us? Hello?
Yes. Oh, thank
Fantastic.
God. Sorry that you could hear me.
Wonderful.
That's okay.
Oh, good.
And we got a roll.
Hey.
Yeah, I just did it.
Hooray.
Good stuff. Almost as good without being a natural 20.
I know, I'm just so...
So religious. Anyway.
Ew. How dare.
Anyway, both Eugen and Thrakus will know that not many, in fact, no prime material plane places do anything like this. That any religion that any funeral rite that includes showing of the dead, it's usually skin on or like wrapped up in some way. It is never it's never about the skeleton. Like, that is very interesting. But it is not unheard of for particular interplanar beings to do these things. Fae sometimes. It's usually again, it's usually evil. The Unseelie Court have been known to do similar things, which is, that makes sense where you are. But is also known to be an abyssal fiend thing to do as well. It's they're very just gruesome in that way. they like the bone form. They appreciate that, which leans very much more into the whole bone sword that Thrakus is carrying around.
I think Jun and Thrakus will kind of discuss this at length in front of the group as like religion nerds, being like, oh yeah, in this group too. Like, what?
I don't know what y'all are talking about. We just leave people to the wolves.
We're just... just info dumping on demons, and demonic creatures, because all the stuff that she's been learning since they faced that one guy, and a bunch of bad shit happens. I'm just like, they do this, and there's oh
Yeah.
Yep.
God,
Good times.
all these other things that they do, and that one ritual, right, Jen?
Yeah, of course, that one ritual.
Right.
Yes.
Oh my god, and they do this.
The mention of wolves, Avril immediately says, "Oh, I know that one. Ah, woo."
A woo indeed.
Indeed.
Oh no, this is recorded.
It is.
What? The Awu?
A woo. Anyway,
Oh, how many of us will say it? Everyone but Ferris.
Uh-huh.
mm-hmm. So,
I
What's the
don't
plan?
understand the context for that, but sure.
a woo. Anyway, what are you guys doing? What are you up to? What's the plan?
Jin's gonna be like, look, I think we should try and move closer to the sword whilst figuring out this puzzle as best we can. And think about, is there skin part of...
From everything, like, so, I'm just trying to think how I should talk about. So it'll be like, this is kind of like my brother and the books, I bet. Have you read those books? And like, because they said that they were the one that like protected the person. I bet you they were in love with them. And they didn't do something or something, and they want to be with them.
Who's them?
The person, their love, the queen or whatever they protected.
I was under the impression that the love was the husband, but that actually does make quite a bit of sense too.
I mean, they were made king and queen
Alias
by
read
the
too many
queen, right?
romance mangas and stuff because of her brother.
Yeah,
This is where she
that's
gets this
totally
idea from.
totally a thing. Yeah, well published mangas here in this
Yeah.
world.
Yeah. The forbidden human dragon love triangles
Oh,
books.
no.
That's where the half dragons will come from. So
Yeah.
they're all very
Oh.
into that,
Yeah.
and the forbidden love.
Been
stories.
reading the Dragon Smut.
Makes a lot more
There's
sense.
those ones that are like a subgenre where like you read the book and that makes you be part of the book, and if you
Yeah.
stop reading the book, you die in real life.
Yeah. All that. That's yeah. Ellie's just part of way too much shit.
Can,
But yeah.
Right.
Cool.
can I do an Arcana check on this book to see if it's gonna like booby trap me if I touch it?
There's definitely magic about it. As to what it is, you're not sure.
If we want to take a bit of time, I can cast an identify on it. We will then, if it doesn't tell me what it is, it might at least tell me what type of magic's on there.
You will need
Wait.
to touch it to cast Identify on it.
Instead, I'm gonna throw my augury.
Okay.
It'd be like, am I not on the altar? Like, I'll kneel down on the ground. It'd be like,
About specifically touching this book.
about specifically touching and finding information within this book.
Okay.
Well,
All right.
I don't know why it rolls
It's
as high.
because if you cast it
Oh,
more
it's his nose,
times,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's because if you cast it too much, then it has a chance of not working. So, but because it's your first time today that you've cast it, you're pretty certain that what comes out of it is true. You will get a wheel.
Okay. I'm going to start going through this book. Oh, sorry.
You start going through this book.
Yeah, like gently and
Okay.
trying to be respectful.
So as you reach out to touch the book, and as your fingertips touch, you feel like a static shock jump from the book to you. Not a particularly painful static shock, but like a quick jolt. As you feel the tiniest little bit of magic pulled from you to cast some semblance of the spell that has been put on this book, and out from the pages, as they suddenly flip and flap around, a bright blue shining light floats up from outside of it and becomes a full person's apparition, looking exactly like the shadow that had been formed on the skeleton, but in beautiful blue light, with the veil and the cowl over it.
Hi.
To reach the sword, you must reunite me with my love, my half, my whole, my regret. And then it fades and disappears into like a mist.
Also,
Well, that was helpful.
There's like a backup plan for in case it couldn't happen the other way.
Anyone
That's
who
cool.
wants to roll an Arcana for knowing what that was, feel free.
Yes,
Was
please.
that, wait, was that
Why
her
not?
half or her heart?
Her half. It was the exact same saying as what she did as a ghost, as a raised head.
We're investigating good, Scully.
Yeah.
I still
don't-
felt the need
don't
to write
get
it down because I was doing it as you were saying it. So
Yeah. Yes. So Jun, Varys, and apparently even Ailey know that was some form of like both mirror image, minor illusion, as well as what's it called? There's like another voice spell. They were inscribed into the book to be cast when it is touched by someone with latent magical abilities, which luckily Thrikus does have. Which cast that not really an apparition, not really a ghost, but like intended to make it look like one, like in a, with that minor illusion.
Mm-hmm.
So somebody set this up quite intentionally. Could it be part of the skinning ritual? I don't know what you call it when you take everything else but the bones. It's not deboning. It's the opposite of deboning.
Oh, flaying?
Defleshing.
Yeah.
Flaying's probably good. But that's usually just skin, right? Just flaying.
yeah, defleshing
Defleshing.
is usually
The fleshlessness.
what
Where
we
I
say
come
nowadays.
From, we call it cleaning the bones.
Oh, cool. Do they do this where you come from?
Some people do.
Why do
Those
they
people
do
are
it?
usually pretty creepy though.
Darkus does not want to mention what they do with bones.
Why do they do it? Do you know?
I think mostly it's like a need thing, like a burning need.
In this case, it seems to have been almost a part of the ritual that is still going on by our being here.
It's like they're trying to get us to prove ourselves. But I want to read the rest of this book and look for clues.
Well, roll me an investigation check.
I'll give you guidance.
Varys, what's your bad eye telling you?
My bad eye? I mean, he just concentrates on his eye. What does his eye say?
Is there a direction, or do we need to solve the puzzle?
Your bad eye is telling you that you're as close as that you could press yourself up against this wall and you'd be as close as you're gonna get. But you don't see any.
This wall here?
Yeah, you don't see any mechanism or anything around it that seems like it would open. and if anything, your innate your innate senses now are telling you that there is some sort of magical thing in place to prevent entrance without completing this, whatever this puzzle ritual is.
Yeah, this ritual's like the primer to open whatever that might be, or remove it so that we can go through there.
And if I understand the abstract musings of the skeleton there, if we decide to try and proceed without completing the ritual, then we will encounter the dangerous dead. I'm guessing.
We may encounter them anyway.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, they may be guards to, you know, the what was it, the heart, the love they have, the whole and the regret. They may have guardians or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I'm
Yes.
gonna be so disappointed if the half or the whole isn't the literal flesh.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Find a big old pile of flesh.
Oh yeah.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna be disappointed by your reaction. God damn it.
Yeah. Anyway, so your investigation, it's a 15. So quickly you realize that this book has basically been left mostly empty, almost for show. Like they like made
It's
it look
been
like it was.
staged.
Yeah, it's very much been staged here. That's why that passage was left open about them, fighting, being nobles, all that sort of stuff. But you flip to the next page and read that they were supposed to be entombed together side by side, but the king was falsely accused of something nefarious, and subsequently was not allowed to be put with the queen and was put separately somewhere else.
It's just one of the other mausoleums.
Or in one of the things outside. I doubt that he would be allowed to be in the same building as her.
I mean, it's very
punishment was...
it's very explicit about the fact that he was later found to be exonerated of this crime or whatever. But it was like yeah. So he was entombed nearby, close, very close, is what it's getting at. And again, this has very explicitly been staged here for this purpose. So you're reading
table.
you can read into it. There's nothing under the table.
Just check under the tables.
No, they are stone from base to top, complete. Solid
my man
stone.
hasn't just rolled off his altar.
Yes, no, whatever.
Maybe he's moaning.
Maybe.
Been lonely for who knows how long. Really lonely. That's why she wants her hole.
My goodness.
Yes, no. If this has been staged, surely the answers have to be in the vicinity.
Yes, which means that I think... I don't know what I think. Just be ready for undead, I guess.
Yes, agreed.
Mhm.
Let's look very thoroughly around, shall we? I think Jin is gonna make motions to leave the room whilst making sure he's not missing anything as he walks out.
Okay.
What is this thing?
It's a small tub. It looks like it's usually meant to be filled with like water or liquid or something similar to the one above, but it is entirely empty. Stone. Wet stone.
Does anyone have water?
I mean, kind of. We do have the alchemy jug, which we can use to get fresh water from.
I'm curious to see what happens if we pour a little in there.
Sure. I'll go up to it and pour in some fresh water.
Alright, when you start pouring fresh water, it is immediately being soaked in to the stone, like it's almost completely porous. You keep pouring, it keeps getting absorbed and not filling at all.
That's weird.
Very strange.
This doesn't seem to be the fluid that it wants to be filled with.
Blood?
Of
Reaction.
Probably.
Does the jug make blood?
I mean, there is also wine.
No.
Alcohol or blood, those are normally things that things want, right?
Hold on, let me look at the thing. Even in your
wrong.
inventory, or is it in
I'm
the?
also pretty sure that there will be blood in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
That's true.
I don't necessarily know if that's the case.
Those heads
I mean, is it
had blood in them, and then
for
did
sure,
not
it's-
have blood in them.
for sure? It's more like is that the kind of blood? The kind of blood this thing would want? Because I don't even know if you can reasonably call it blood anymore.
Mm.
Also, it may want a particular individual's blood.
Bag's not.
I'm guessing
I-
not one of us.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say by ratio, I do not have enough blood to do this.
But you know, Thoricus, if you want to like try, you could go for it. You know, like I know you're pretty confident with knives.
Yeah, I could absolutely spill your blood if you'd like.
Okay, alright, let's go investigate somewhere else.
Alright, I will say, Varys,
Siblings.
as you get further away now that you have finally felt some relief, as you get further away, the pain is more than it was before.
God. This doesn't feel fair. I have to go in a different direction to do this stuff. That's not okay.
It
Just
is.
groaning.
Hang on.
Mhm.
The eye's never been about the direction though. Like it's less about the
It has always been about the specific way that he's going, but the point is that the eye is like, you are on the right track, where are you going?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, it does not recognize the obstacle that you face.
It
Give me the bag
recognizes
of
that
holding.
there is an obstacle, but
Yeah.
Give me the
but does
bag of
not
holding.
care. Sure.
Give Kiss it.
Alright,
Okay.
hands over the bag of holding.
Cool. I'll point the opening at the thing and just say
Back
blood.
out. Just get back
Blood.
out.
Blood.
Okay.
And he's, like,
You tip
tapping.
tip the bag of holding over this tub, and you say blood, and slowly dripping from it, like it's been soaked into the fabric itself. It's like squeezing itself out slowly, drip by drip, and like, and in some of it is like bits of stuff, and coagulated chunks are coming out as well, and every drop and piece that touches the base of this tub also seems to evaporate inside of it.
I think it likes it.
You don't see or hear anything different from when water was being poured on it.
Wine?
Well,
What other
Wine?
alcohol? Whiskey?
Yeah, we can get wine
It
from the
may-
jug, though.
So
It
the
may also
jug.
just be specific blood.
Oh, like
I think the
their
jug can only do
blood.
like one thing at a time, right?
Uh,
Or something
yeah,
similar.
not for it. Yeah, you can only do one liquid a day.
We could have just used some of our ration water, like, jeez. God damn it.
Why does it always have to be blood?
Why is it not blood nearly enough?
You
I
would.
think on this
Is
particular
there any
occasion,
jars of blood around? You know, like I
Mostly
don't
I
know if
just have
Egypt is a
fixed-
thing.
Well, they don't really keep the blood. I have fixatives, and that's about it.
I don't think it's blood. Unless
What
it's
do
a
you think
particular
it is?
person's blood.
Hmm.
I think Jun will inspect the thingy, whatever it is,
Mhm.
further, looking for any like inscriptions or indications of
Okay.
purpose or yeah.
Well, just flat no roll needed. It doesn't have any particular writing or anything over it. It just looks like it is a stone plinth there that has a bowl cut into it. Yeah. Don't know what else to tell you.
Well, I don't know. There's nothing on it. Let's look around some more.
Okay.
Sorry, feel free to move me around. I'm just reloading
Sweet.
Foundry.
So did Varys's eye being sore give an indication that the wrong way is us leaving and it doesn't realize that there's an obstacle we need to solve? Or is it that we were investigating this thing and that's wrong? Like, what conclusion did we kind of come to?
So it's basically that it doesn't recognize that there is a wall in the way. Essentially, that he was pressed up against it and he felt as best as he could like that it was the way to go. It's just that the eye doesn't recognize that there is a wall there.
Yeah.
It's
Pokey
just
pokey.
directing him to the sword itself.
Yeah. It has been
I have to do other stuff.
Yeah, it has been up until this point going around obstacles that it knows of, and it has been like going through doors and going through places, but it doesn't seem to recognize that there is something here. So it's likely some sort of the nature of it seemed to be like a divinity. A divining spell in the same way that like scry or anything like that seems to work. But it's, that's why it's been hurting him so much, is because it's been stuck into his brain, getting him there. But whatever magic has erected this wall in between you has also hidden itself from divining magic, much in the same way that that there are other spells like mind shielding and that do that as well.
Okay. Well, if it gets too painful, Varys, perhaps you can come and sit in here.
Sure, I will do so if it gets too difficult. But if we've got dead shuffling around causing problems, I would like to be present to help fight it.
Yeah. It seems most sensible.
All right. Dealer's choice, I guess. Where do we want to go?
Let's start with the obvious clue. Find the lover.
Oh, sure. Sorry, I meant which door do we want to go through?
Oh. Rikus, you want to listen at some doors?
Regular door.
Darkus? Darkus? Hello? Have they lost us again?
If you are speaking, we cannot hear you.
I think in the absence of a response
Mhm.
from the Rikus, Jun's gonna be like, oh, they're so annoying. And like go up and listen at the door on the left.
Okay, roll me a perception check. Nothing. Hearing nothing.
I'll go have a listen at the other door.
Okay. Perception check.
Rolling. It's apparently taking its time. There it is. That's a dirty 20.
Alright. You hear very faint sort of what could only really be described as like painful gasps, like someone like suffocating,
Oh.
but only for like a few moments and then it's gone.
Was someone having a good time there as well?
Jesus Christ.
It sounded like a bad time. Like they were struggling to breathe and then they stopped.
Oh.
The old choky spooky. No? Okay.
That's not a
Haley's
thing.
just like,
I've never
"What?"
heard that before. A choky spooky is a new one to me. Maybe I just need to get out more.
Haley's
I-
confused.
I think we go through that one.
Which one? This
Your one. With the chokey pokey, whatever.
Everybody get in.
You want me to move you, Aileen?
Choky we go.
Yeah.
Who's this green here? Is
That's
that?
Makai.
Oh yeah. I feel like Makaya's real reluctant to hang out with us.
Oh, she
I
should be.
wonder why.
Yeah.
I feel like she's the one that's like she's the driver, but also everybody else has the money and the mat. So she just got a trailing us currently, unfortunately. And she got into a massive fight with one of the people that was part of the group to start with.
Yep.
Not looking good.
I
Alright.
feel like though she would be very useful,
She would be.
but she's too scared of the Rikus.
Mm.
I can hold a grudge with the best of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
To be fair, if you didn't know Thoricus, I could see why.
Mm.
Hey!
Even when you do.
Thank you.
Anyway.
I've done terrifying things.
Yes. Yes, you have.
Yes. That is true.
Anyway, looking down each corridor, you can see that this corridor is well lit immediately from the get-go. You can see that there are There's a door up here. It's closed, and there's an opening way down here. It leads into some room that you can't really see into.
Just asking for clarification's sake, is this area where the door is shrouded in darkness like it is here?
Yes. So there's no candle that's reaching to this point.
Okay, but there's candles down the entire rest of the length of the hallway?
Yeah.
Mm.
It's like whoever put candles down this part of the corridor was not like, I do not want to put a light here to make it symmetrical, so I'm just not going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Good to know.
But hey.
Right. Part of me was like, is there a reason that door is unlit? Is that a sign of spookiness?
Could be.
Is this where our subtle, choky, spooky gasp is?
We're gonna end on a cliffhanger again, aren't we? For
Yes.
That is 5 minutes to
What does your hurty head say?
Says that I should go back to that room at some point, but I mean, moving in this direction is not terrible. It's not good, but it's not terrible.
Yeah. Still hurts like a bitch, but it hasn't gotten
Take it.
like terribly painful.
Should I be investigating ahead of me, just in case? There's been explosive corridors before.
Yeah.
Just
Oh yeah, like our childhood.
yes,
What?
and
Yeah,
like
guess.
other dungeons.
That's... Yeah,
We
sure.
discussed this last time. Did you forget?
Probably.
Anyway,
My childhood was not explosive.
I mean, every kid
You're
wants to blow
missing
something up
out.
once in a while.
No.
wait, I
They
have
made a
something
whole
there.
bunch of booby traps and stuff for us to run around and try and get past without dying.
Yeah, I prefer the slow burn anyway.
Anyway,
Just get beaten up with regular weapons.
investigating the corridor ahead of you, there does not appear to be any traps. Check all the stones in places. Everything looks solid. There's no like pressure points or anything. No magical sigils on the wall or anything like that.
I'm gonna listen for overt moaning at the door.
Nope, no overt moaning.
Sir, you've got to moan if you want us to find you. Sir?
Hello out there.
Yeah.
Hello.
No moaning, no
Don't
choking,
alert me,
nothing. You're not hearing anything.
Oh,
It's quiet
only
as the
considered
dead.
the choky instead of the spooky. Okay, so
Christ.
does anyone want to have a look at this door before we bust it wide open?
We could just check if it's locked, right?
Okay, I try to open the door.
And maybe check if it's trapped.
Hey, look, it's already open.
Yep, it was
Hey,
opened.
is that a choky spooky?
A chokey What does a chokey spooky look like? Huh?
I'm not sure if
really
I'm
like
allowed to
what?
say.
No, you're probably not. Anyway,
Demonetized.
We're like, hello.
Okay, but how can I talk about, like, in detail flaying people, but I can't talk about the choky spooky?
yeah, well,
Because YouTube.
basically, that is the case.
Blame the algorithm.
Aye. I've definitely gotten us demonetized before then.
Probably.
I mean,
Anyway.
to be... Yeah, sorry. I won't go there.
Anyway, you enter into another crypty room with a half a jar sarcophagus, as well as some religious iconography here, and a few jars spread about the place. One of them is open and empty. A couple closed.
Do they have flesh bits? That could be important.
I don't know. Do you want to check?
Well, I mean, I suppose most importantly, does anyone want to help me get this lid off so we can see if our guy's in here?
I think first Jin wants to inspect to like see if there's any inscriptions describing who's in there and anything else.
Ah, be
this
smart
point-
about it.
At this point, Ailey has realized that Jin seems to be very into the whole dead people thing. Because, it would have taken her probably till them being in the graveyard and mausoleum to realize this, because it's her.
Yeah.
So she's mostly just watching what Jun does and vaguely trying to copy.
Okay.
Like what she normally does with Thoricus in the forest.
Yeah.
Like Thoricus is looking.
Mhm.
Ailey's just gonna be like, I can do that too.
This is a
Yep.
bad time to be paying attention.
Yep.
Can Jin get help from Thoricus? Because they're investigating together.
Yeah.
Oh no, are you assisting
Ailey's doing her
Thoricus?
own.
I am indeed assisting.
Then you can have advantage on that.
Thank you.
I wouldn't count Ailey as assisting.
Yeah, no. Not in the slightest.
Seeing.
That's
Oh my
better.
god.
Wheel and woe right there.
Oh boy. Okay. Oh. I can't believe this. This is great. This is great, everybody.
Is it great or is it frustrating?
Well, it's great. I love it. I'm having so much fun. Okay. Looking over this, you investigating the sarcophagus or the whole room?
I'm gonna start with the sarcophagus and then go from there.
Okay. So, you read over this, with the help of Thoricus, as the one translating, because you don't know Sylvan. I mean, your Elvish kind of covers some words, but not enough to really help. That's why, for sure, you're getting assistance from Thoricus on this one. But it basically says that that this is the resting place of the not next in line, but like I think like fifth from the throne sort of thing. I think like how the royals in England, like it's like people like 26th in line for the throne sort of thing. So think like that. That is basically what they're saying here, that this person would have been king, if not.
A bunch of people had died.
Yeah. That they are in some way related to the king and queen. But like
Well,
it's like in an offensive kind of way. Like they're not named. It's basically just like they're such and such far away from the throne. Get wrecked.
well, this isn't the lover. Assuming that person buried in here is still the person from the script that Thoricus translated for me.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Is
Maybe
there
that's
anything
why
else?
they didn't have a light across from it.
Sorry. Hey, what?
Harry Varys?
Hmm?
You said something?
was
What did you
that?
say?
Oh, maybe that's why they didn't have a light across from them, because they're not important.
Oh.
I don't think I've ever met anybody unimportant before.
I've met
It's a
plenty
very
of them.
kind way of looking at the world.
I thought we were unimportant.
Says who?
Ooh, rough.
Well, if we were important, they wouldn't keep sending us on things that get us killed, right?
Well,
I mean,
maybe that's why you're important. Because you don't get killed.
we've come close. Ailey has definitely died.
Yeah, I definitely died.
But
We
I
brought
thought
you back
said
though,
to
so that's all
protect
good.
yourselves from the undead. But, oh.
Well, it
Dying
like
wasn't
shambling
fun.
corpse things. It doesn't sound like it.
Mostly because of that guy that's stopping us from normal death. But it's not really fun anyway, probably.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know if we mentioned that to you yet, Avril.
Oh?
Oh yeah, we've explained nothing.
Yeah, don't die on the material plane at least. I mean, I guess here as well because the Black Sun God is here, so maybe he's got his fingers in those pies in the Fame realm too.
Whose
Oh.
pie?
Yeah,
Wait,
Ailey's like, where's
so-
it?
The pie of death.
If I'm friends with you, that applies to me too?
Oh, if you're anyone, that applies to you.
Oh.
Yeah, anybody that can live and can die, you know.
Basically, there's this utter fuckwit who, like, Jun is so angry he's not forming words correctly while he's trying to explain this.
Yep.
Who's trying to take over the death realms of all the gods. And if you die at the moment, you go to his realm and you add to his power.
And it really sucks. And then you
Like-
gotta take souls for him or something, but then even when you do that, he still gets angry at you that it's not enough and then tries to kill you and your friends even more than he was trying to kill you before.
Greedy
Everyone's doing
bastard.
like a crappy court reporter impression, but with like an old school journalist with the sketchbook and like licking the charcoal and trying to keep up, and looks like they're taking heaps of notes. Then they turn the pad round and it just says bad stuff.
Yeah.
And
That's about
Ailey
right.
just nods and like, exactly. Bad stuff.
Perfect.
Okay.
We'll catch you
sounds-
properly
that
up
sounds
to
pretty
speed
normal.
at another point. I wish it was less common, for sure.
At least you can walk about here,
Yeah.
and you can see the sky. That's new.
It'll be better once we get back to the material plane.
Where are you from?
You can get
We'll
better
let
than
you
this.
go for a walk. Hell yeah, it does.
Awesome.
For starters, you don't usually have to work for a possibly evil queen who makes you make like horrible binding contracts with her.
Oh, it's not that bad, I'm sure.
My eye hurts.
Well, I look forward to trying new things here.
I look forward to you looking forward to that.
Anyway, what is being investigated next?
We're gonna look around the room, I think.
Okay. Roll me
But
investigation checks.
But also,
Also?
it's about time to,
It is.
run away.
It is. So I want to get this quickly done. Otherwise, there's going to be some lagging behind next time.
Aye, Captain.
I investigated.
All right.
Same.
Investigate.
Okay. Great job, everybody.
I did pretty well.
Tired.
Yep, that is indeed how it
Ailey would
goes.
investigate too, because
Yep.
remember everything John does she's doing right now.
Right.
Investigate.
Jun, like, secretly thinks that's real cute, but would never let on.
And like really good at
Oh
investigating.
yeah,
And, like,
real
every
good.
time, if John leans to the left and like say puts his hand to his face thinking, like Ailey would go to do the same, but you totally know that she'd do like right first and then like kind of panic and swap to the left. Like,
John's ego is just inflating by the second, I swear.
oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It
probably.
truly is. It truly is.
Well,
At least when you do it to Thrikus, she's just completely oblivious.
Avril Rose is inspecting a wall very closely and then and accidentally inhales the dust a bit too aggressively.
No.
perfect. Fantastic. All right. Well, Varys, you're peering around the room. An idea immediately pops into your head. It's probably just because of the pain you're experiencing. That everything before in the main crypt area was very specifically staged for this ritual, this puzzle that you're feeling here. So your instinct is to look around for something that might be staged here as well, something that's not quite in the place that it's supposed to be. And you see right next to where Thrikus is standing and looking that there is one of the vases is unlike the other vases. It's of a lighter color. It looks like it's a little bit like made of a newer substance. Like it was more recently crafted than the other vases that are put here.
Is it kind of similar to like in the old Hanna-Barbera cartoons where you see something that is interact with a bull in the environment, something that you know that somebody's going to pick up?
Yes, it is kind of like that. It's a very particular cell shading that it has that has made it like that.
Cool. I will point that out to everybody else. It looks newer than everything else here.
Why have I not thought to lick something at this minute?
And then the licking begins.
Yes.
Oh,
Fly
dear.
tongue.
Oh god.
Oh no. Bedtime.
Yeah, that's not a tasty stone. That's yuck.
Still dusty. Yeah.
It's the same sort of chokety-spokety noises I heard earlier.
Oh dear. Okay, well, I think we'll just leave it at that. Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah.
We're investigating dorkily.
Yeah. You're very clearly far too tired for this. So I think
Can't blame that on the dice though.
no, it's far funnier though. Anyway, yes. We'll say that you pick up this this oddly out of place vase, and that is where we will finish up for tonight. As you feel like you may have found the half. Yes. Anyway, that is where we'll finish up for tonight. Thanks, everybody.
Let's take bets on whether there's flesh in there.
Flesh bits.
Sorry, do your outro, Scully.
Blood.
Or D&D inventory style.
I don't really have an outro. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you all next time. Goodbye.